From the shores of Lake Erie and Northeast Ohio, it's time for Cleveland at Night. On this show, we feature local entertainment and sporting events filmed from various venues and locations from the CLE area. Cleveland at Night. This episode of Cleveland at Night is our daytime episode. On this show of Cleveland at Night, we'll be featuring the Rollers Car Club in Cleveland, Ohio. So it's time to go to Cleveland, Ohio, and here's the MC of the show, Master Tom Sparrows.
Hello everyone, I'm Master Tom Sparrows, and this is our daytime episode of Cleveland at Night, brought to you by DMK Productions, where we film multiple events from multiple venues from the shores of Lake Erie and the surrounding suburbs. Events like the Oktoberfest at the Brea Fairgrounds in Brea, Ohio, bands and magicians, bands like Jason and the Mean Cats, and also we do our sporting events like the Golden Gloves at the Brook Park Recreation Center in Brook Park, Ohio. But on this episode of Daytime Cleveland at Night, we're on the west side of Cleveland, and we're going to interview a car show known as the Rollers Car Club. I hear they've been around at least a decade or more. We're going to go inside, we're going to talk to a few of the members, talk and see some of their cars and see what they do and some of the events they do. So stay tuned, get yourself a snack, a cold one, and we'll be right back.
This episode of Cleveland at Night was filmed at the Rollers Car Club on the west side of Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland at Night daytime episode is brought to you by DMK Productions. Now let's head back to the west side of Cleveland for more of the Rollers Car Club.
Hello everyone, we're on the west side of Cleveland, and this is our current episode of Cleveland at Night, and we're interviewing a car club known as the Roller Car Club and some of the members, and this is one of the members. Tell the people on Cleveland at Night what your name is.
Sonny Garrison.
And Sonny, how long have you had this car right now?
About 15 years.
And did you buy it like this, or did you restore it, or was it more of a basket case when you bought it?
More of a basket case, but I had some of the rollers from the club here help me build it and fix it and put it together.
But that's what's good about the car club. Everybody gets together and they help each other build these cars, and then they get them on the street and they get to go to these cruising meets and enjoy these beautiful cars in these car clubs. Okay, Sonny, what kind of motor do you have in this Le Mans?
You got a 350 Chevy.
Wow, it's a Pontiac car running a 350 Chevy motor. Any reason why you went to the Chevy?
I'm a Chevy man all the way.
Oh, that's what Chevy does. It brings out a lot of horsepower in them small blocks. Okay, Sonny, we already did a B run on the car, and we looked at the interior. He had some custom-made interior by a gentleman. Felix, come here. If you people want some interior done, this gentleman right here, Felix, can come in and he can do your interior for you. He's helping the Rollers Car Club get their interiors done. And how long did it take Felix to do the interior on this car?
¿Cuánto te tomó para hacer el interior de este carro?
2 semanas.
2 weeks.
It only took him 2 weeks, and if you look at the video, you'll get to see that beautiful white interior and bucket seats that, first name again? Felix did to this beautiful car. Okay, this is a nice Pontiac, and thanks to Sonny and Felix, he's got a beautiful car that he can go cruising in a roller car club. Thank you, Sonny.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Sonny, this is your wife's truck. What year is this truck?
1970 Chevy Stepside.
Is it a V8, a six-cylinder, automatic?
It's a V8 350.
It's a 350. How many miles a gallon you get? Is it modified?
I never check.
Okay, but it's a beautiful-looking truck. I bet your wife is very proud to be driving this truck with the Rollers Car Club.
Yeah, she gets all the eyes. Everybody just snubs me down. They give her the fingers up.
Well, she's better looking than you, is there, Sonny? And this is Sonny's wife, and your name is?
Tammy.
Tammy, thank you, and having a beautiful truck. Thank you for bringing it in today.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We just looked at this beautiful Mustang that belongs to Jimmy. Jimmy, when did you buy this car?
1994.
And what modifications did you do to this car, or was it like this when you bought it?
No, it wasn't. The motor was totally trashed. All the bearings were shot in it. I tore it down to the bare block, rebuilt it myself in my garage. Changed a few things on it. I put a factory aluminum intake on it, set of tri-Y headers. It's still running the original 3-speed transmission that came with originally, as well as the rear end and stuff. Repainted the car to the color close to what it was originally when it came from the factory, which was a yellow. I painted a new 1999 Mustang chrome yellow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful yellow color for this car, Jimmy. And that's one thing good about the Rollers Car Club. When you want to modify engines, you get the help of all the members of the club. But Jimmy said he did this motor himself, and with a little help from the Rollers Car Club, putting it all together. Right, Jim?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay, Jimmy, we're going to go on to the next member of the car club. And I want to thank you for bringing this beautiful car in today for everybody to see on Cleveland at Night.
Well, thank you. I was glad showing it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Cleveland at Night daytime episode is brought to you by DMK Productions. Now it's time for the Rollers Car Club. Roll call.
Hi, I'm
I'm the guy from Rollers Club. My name is Stanley Zaruka, and I have a 37 Ford 5-window coupe, orange.
Hello, my name is Elliot Copeland. I am a member of the car club.
My name is James Becker, Rollers at the Car Club. I own a 46 Plymouth Coupe.
My name is Dana Van, and I'm a member of the Rollers Car Club.
My name is Jim Holcomb. I own a 1970 Mustang Coupe. I'm a member of the Rollers Car Club.
My name is Harry Monick. I own a 1957 Chevy and a 1968 Chevelle. Rollers! Woo, woo, woo!
My name is Pete Dmk. I own a 1949 Hudson.
Hello, everyone. We're on the west side of Cleveland at the Rollers Car Club, and we're here with another member. And my friend is Jimmy Muck, and we go way back from the 70s and 60s. We actually grew up together, and we were both pioneers of drag racing. And he has this beautiful 58 Chevy. Jimmy, when did you buy this car?
I bought this car in 1989, Tom.
And when you bought it, was it a basket case, or was it pretty well put together?
No, it was kind of pretty rough, but it was from San Antonio, Texas, and the body was straight and solid.
Yeah, that's how you want to start a car, from California or Phoenix, Arizona, where the bodies are really hard and solid. And then we can do the mechanics up here, all us drag racers and stuff. It's a beautiful car. What size motor do you have in it, Jim?
That's a 348 Chevy's first big block.
Okay, that's the same motor that came in the car when the factory had it?
No, it originally came with the 283.
Okay, did you put the trips on it yourself?
Yes, with the help of my brother Roy.
Yeah, Roy's, he's got a beautiful car himself, and we're going to interview his brother. Me and him go way back, too, at drag racing. Me and Roy. We were both 17 years old, had our driver's license, and we were pioneers in drag racing. And Jimmy, too, he also had a 57 Chevy back then, 4-speed with a 456 gear that was doing a lot of damage to some of these cars back in them days.
A fun high school car.
Yeah, a fun high school car. Jimmy, you got a beautiful car here, and I want to thank you so much for bringing it in for the Rollers today and showing everybody on Cleveland at Night this beautiful car that you have.
All right, thank you, Tom. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Jimmy. everyone. We're at the Rollers Car Club on the west side of Cleveland, and we got this beautiful 67 Chevelle, and right here is the owner of this Chevelle. And what is your name, sir?
Gary Holcomb.
And Gary, when did you get this car?
About 1984.
And was it a small block or a big block Chevy, or did you modify it or paint it yourself?
It never had it. It was a basket case car.
And then you did all this modifications yourself?
Most of it, yeah.
Okay, the car looks very good. And did you ever take it to the track and race the car and see how fast it goes?
No, I never had it to the track yet. So I've had it up to 110. So
on the interstate, huh? Yeah. Okay. Which size motor do you have in this Chevelle?
Got a 67 Camaro, 396, 375 horse.
375 horse hypo in this Chevelle. How does the car run on open highways? It cruise real well and everything? Is it automatic or 4-speed?
It's automatic and it cruises real good on the highway. Yeah. Yep.
Well, that sure is a beautiful car, Gary. You got some nice interior in this car, and you got a nice motor, and the paint job looks well. And everybody in the Rollers Car Club really likes the color on this car, too.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Gary, thank you so much, and we're going to interview the next person and member of the Rollers Car Club. Yeah!
You can watch all the Cleveland at Night daytime episodes for free. Go to our Facebook page, Dmk TV shows. Dmk TV shows. Look for the picture of Shemp, and that's the right Facebook page. Also, like us on Facebook page.
Hello, everyone. We're at the Rollers Car Club in Cleveland, Ohio on the west side. And we got this beautiful 65 Chevy with these flames. And the owner is who?
Pete Momick.
And Pete, did you paint this car yourself, or did you put the flames on, or was it like that when you bought it?
I did all the work myself from start to finish, including the flames. I rescued it from PA and brought it back here to its hometown in Ohio.
And there's some pretty big size biters you got on the back here. What size are them biters on this car?
They are L60 15.
And what size motor are you running in this big Impala today?
I'm running a 350 40 over with 327 fueler heads, 2.2 with 1.6 rocker ratio, and 488 flat cam.
Is that like Harlem Sharp 1.6 rockers? What's the name brand of your rockers? Do you know? Crowler or whatever?
They are all Summit.
All Summit equipment.
Yes.
And
yes, all Summit equipment.
And you can get a lot of good racing parts at Summit Raceway. And Pete, is it?
Yes, Pete.
Pete, I want to thank you for bringing this car in, and it's a beautiful car, and all the guys in the Rollers Car Club will be glad that you brought this car in today. Thanks for showing it off for Cleveland at Night.
Thank you.
Okay, Pete. Hello, everybody, and what's your name, sir?
Pete.
And Pete, what year is this Hudson?
1949.
And how long have you had this Hudson?
Well, it's been in the family since brand new. My grandfather bought it brand new in 1949. Then my dad had it, my cousin, and I've had it. I've had the longest of all of them. I own it 53 years myself.
Wow, 53 years to own one car. What an amazing feat. And is this car still a straight 8 from the factory, or did you modify the motor and put a different motor in?
It's got a Hudson Hornet motor, a 1951 Hudson Hornet motor.
And how many miles to a gallon does it get on the road? Is it an easy driver, or is it a good cruiser?
You know what? As long as it runs good, I never checked it.
Hey, that's what's amazing about these old cars. As long as they keep running, we're going to keep driving them. Pete, I want to thank you so much for bringing this old car in and showing everybody that you had this car yourself 53 years.
Yeah. You hang out to what's good.
Pete, I want to thank you so much, and everybody on Cleveland Night's going to enjoy looking at this beautiful Hudson of yours. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We're at the Rollers Car Club, and here we're here with Harry with his beautiful 57 Chevy, and he's got some nice biters on the back of this Chevy. What size are them tires on the back of this car?
They're 15 by 8s.
15 by 8s. And did you buy this car the way it is, or was it put together, or?
I bought it this way and changed the wheels. I took the wheels from my 68 Chevelle and put them on here and put the ones that were on here on there. So
Harry, you got a good deal on this car, turnkey and ready to go for cruising, right?
absolutely. Something to do and have fun with it with my granddaughter.
It's a beautiful two-tone car, too, and I want to thank you for bringing it in with the Rollers Car Club today and sharing this with everybody on Cleveland at Night. Thank you, Harry.
Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Thank you. Hello, everyone. We're at the Rollers Car Club, and here's another one of them members. And this member and I, we go way back. When I was 17 years old, this gentleman here, he was a mentor of mine. He taught me how to rebuild engines, 4-speeds, and everything. And tell everybody on Cleveland at Night what your name is, sir.
My name's Edward Lenk.
And Ed, when you first bought this car, how old was you when you first bought this car?
I was 18 when I got this car. It had a 6-cylinder motor in it when I got it. I've had this car 58 years.
And I believe you first started out with two single-barrel carburetors on that 6-cylinder?
That's correct, Tom. There was two singles on that 6-cylinder motor, 3-speed on the column.
And then you went into a small Buick motor at first. What cubic inch was that? Then you went to the 401 nail head, I believe?
No, that was a 364 Buick nail head, came out of a 57 Buick that I had wrecked, and I ended up putting it in 51 here.
Yeah, so this car has not only had a couple different motors, it actually was a tonneau car, and you had to cut the roof off at one time, didn't you?
That's correct, Tom. It had no roof on it when I got it. It had a tonneau cover on it, and I needed a car to get to work. It was getting cold. I had to put a roof on it, and this is the roof that's on there today.
And that's amazing, Eddie. This is the first car he ever had. And he had it 53 years. It had multiple engines. And to this day, it runs a big 400 Pontiac with trips from Kenny Hughes' racing team. And it's a beautiful motor. And Eddie's got a 4-speed and a 390 rear end, I believe, Ed?
390 is correct. It's 58 years, not 53.
Okay, 58 years. And he's running a Pontiac rear end housing in this car, correct, Ed?
That's correct. It got 390 Posi, 57 Pontiac rear end. You got a 468 Firebird engine in it that one time belonged to Tommy here. And he was graceful enough to give it to me. And it's been in there for, what, about 30 years, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a lot of fun street racing back in them days, huh, Eddie? But that's when we can get away with it, because back in them days, not all the cop cars had two-way radios, only the private cars like lieutenants and stuff. So in the early 60s, if you had a fast car and they couldn't call ahead to set up a roadblock, you could get away, right, Eddie, at them days?
Yeah, that's correct. You're right, Tom.
But that's all the pioneers that we used to do back in them days. We were all learning how to drag race. Today, we all know what speed is. We can go right to the track, and we can run 300 miles an hour today. Back then, we didn't even know what 300 miles an hour was in a quarter mile. We were lucky to run 13 and 12 seconds back in them days. Right, Eddie?
That's correct. You had to have a jet plane to do 300 miles an hour back then.
Them cars are so fast today that you couldn't run across a 2-lane highway if you was on the finish line. They would get to you before you, because it would take you 2 to 3 seconds to get across that road. And them cars, they'll travel that whole quarter mile in 3 seconds. Eddie, I want to thank you for bringing this car in. It's a beautiful 51 Chevy. It's got a lot of history and a lot of memories, and it brought you a lot of love through the years.
That's correct, Tom. And you and I both go back a long ways together, like you said, since you was about 16 or 17. And we have a lot of history together.
You were a mentor to me, Eddie. Like I said, you taught me a lot of respect on how to build motors and transmissions, and I learned a lot, and I got into a lot of drag racing thanks to you and all your mentorship for me. Thank you, Eddie.
You're welcome, Tom, and it's been nice to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, it's always good to see old friends, and we're still kicking. As long as we wake up, that's always a good sign. Hi, Eddie.
You got that right.
All right, thank you, Eddie.
My name's Edward Lank. I'm the owner of a Pontiac-powered 51 Chevrolet, and I'm a member of the Rollers Car Club.
Audrey Rutherford, and I have a 56 Chevy.
My name is Wayne Holcomb. I have a 54 Bel Air, 1967 Chevelle, and I'm a member of Rollers Car Club.
Hi, my name is Roy Mock. I own a 51 Chevy, and I'm a member of the Rollers Car Club.
My name is Raymond Muck. I own a 55 Chevy, 47 Hudson, 41 Chevy truck, and I'm a member of the club.
Hi, I'm Jerry Ulrich. I'm a original member of the Rollers Car Club. I own a 1965 Ford F100. Thank you.
My name is Aaron Spanky Reed. I have a 65 Cadillac, and I'm a proud member of the Rollers Car Club.
Hello, everyone. We're at the Rollers Car Club on the Cleveland, west side of Cleveland. And we're with another one of them car club members. And your name is?
James Becker.
James, what kind of car we got here and you working on back here?
46 Plymouth Coupe.
And who's your friend sitting next to you?
That's my son.
Dana Van.
Dana
Van.
Dana Van?
Dana Van.
Dana Van. And what motor are you running in this car?
I got a 350 small block Chevy.
And did you buy this car the way it is, or did you have it a basket case and start putting it together on your own?
A basket case and started doing it my own.
I love the tilt front end on it. That's a pretty good way of working on the cars. It makes it easy to get to the motor and things like that.
Easier to change the spark plugs also.
Yeah. Well, what rear end are you running in this car?
It's a 77 Camaro. It's got a 456 gears in it.
Holy crap, that's a pretty steep gear. This thing's pretty spunky out of the standing start then, huh?
Yeah.
Did you ever take it to the track and then see what it does in a quarter mile?
Well, I just put a new motor in it, so, I mean, this year I haven't had a great time, but last year it ran a 1326.
Hey, that's a pretty good time because 1320s in a quarter mile, that's like 100 miles an hour in a quarter mile.
Yes, that is.
Okay, James, I want to thank you for bringing this Hell Yeah, is that what it's called?
That's right, Hell Yeah.
Hell Yeah is the name of his car, and I want to thank you for bringing it in and showing everybody on Cleveland at Night this beautiful car that you had put together for a little bit of cruising and some drag racing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, James. Everyone, we're at the Rollers Car Club, and we're here with this beautiful 37 Ford. And tell everybody on Cleveland Night who you are.
I'm Stan Zaruka.
And Stan, how long have you had this car?
I own this car since '89.
And did you put it together yourself? Was it a basket case, or was it mostly put together when you first got it?
No, I did the car all myself. Painted everything.
Now, what size motor are you running in this car today?
Mustang 289.
So this is all Ford in this car?
Ford.
Is it all Ford underneath, too, the rear end and everything like that?
It's all Ford.
And did you paint the car yourself? And how long have you had this car in how many years?
Well, I had it, the car took me about 10 years to do it, and I had it finished since '99. So it took 17 years it's done already.
Wow, that's a lot of labor of love to get this car, and it sure is a beautiful looking car. How is it on the road as far as gas mileage goes? Is it a good cruiser and everything like that?
Yeah, it's got a 308 gear. It gets about 17, 18 miles to a gallon.
Hey, that's what one thing good about them 308 gears. You can really go cruising and get that good mileage, and you don't have to worry about them standing starts at them red lights because you got that high gear ratio in the rear end.
That's right.
Okay, Stan, it's a beautiful car, and
The only thing I'm going to tell you, it's all steel too, no fiberglass.
And this is an all-steel car today, folks. It's not a kit car. This is one of them cars that you put together a frame-off restoration. And Stan's been putting a few cars together. In the past, he also had a beautiful 55 Chevy, didn't you?
Yep, all green.
All green? And didn't you have a maroon one with a two-tone, a convertible?
Yeah, I had a 56 Pontiac, tangerine and white.
That's right. That's right. I thought it was a Chevy. No, that was a 55 Pontiac, wasn't it?
56 Pontiac.
Oh, a 56 Pontiac. Yeah, you've had some beautiful cars in the past. And you're one of the pioneers of drag racing. We go way back, Stan and I, for drag racing in the 60s and 70s. Right, Stan?
Yep. We get the fastest Buick out. Me and my son run 790s in a quarter mile right here.
Right there on that T-shirt, they run 7 seconds in a quarter mile with that car. He's still one of them piston heads and still running a quarter mile. I kind of gave up on that, and I didn't have the money to continue racing like these guys here do today.
Thank you very much.
And who did your paint job today on this car?
I did it all myself.
Okay, Stan, this is a beautiful color on this car. What's the name of this color on this car?
It's supposed to be tangerine. My kid works for PBG, and he made the color. You'll never see another car this color.
And that's one thing good about making your own colors. You got to keep extra paint around in case you get some nicks and stuff. But that's one thing good about making these special colors. They outstand in these other car events when you got these beautiful colors on these cars. Right, Stan?
Yes, that's right. And I got about a gallon left.
Okay, we got a gallon left in case there's any road nicks coming to these car meets when we go to these cruise meets. Stan, I want to thank you again for this beautiful car and thank your son for working at BP?
PBG.
PBG Paint Company, and bringing these beautiful paint jobs into this roller car club.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Stan. Hello, everyone. This is another member of the Rollers Car Club, and your name is?
Denny Miller.
And Denny, this is not your car, but you know a lot of information about this car, don't you?
I know quite a bit.
Okay, and whose car is this?
It's Bill Miller's.
It's Bill Miller's car, and what kind of engine is Bill running in his car?
A little 355.
And how long has Bill had this car, if you know?
He's had it approximately 20 years.
20 years? What a beautiful car. I'm amazed that these people can keep these cars all these years like that. And is it a stock rear end, or is it a modified rear end?
It's stock rear end.
It has a stock rear end. And does he drive it at the track, or does he drive it just on cruise meets?
Usually just cruise meets. He's take it out track about once a year or so and run it down once or twice. Just to blow it out.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of times it turns?
Mid-15s.
Okay, mid-15s. So it's basically a stock good cruiser for cruising. Okay, this is such a beautiful car, and I want to thank everybody on Cleveland at Night for watching us on DMK Productions.
Hey, come on, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This is another member that hangs around with the Rollers Car Club. He's affiliated with the Rollers Car Club. And tell everybody your name.
Mark Straka.
And Mark Straka, this is a beautiful El Camino, beautiful color silver. And I see you running a tunnel ram on there. What size motor are you running in this car?
It's a 355. It's 30 over, flat top with a hydraulic or a solid lifter cam.
And you're running a stock rear end or a deep gear in the back?
12 volt with 373s posi.
That's a good cruising gear for the streets. You get a little spunk light to light, but yet you got some good gas mileage and stuff. So you plan on maybe taking it to the track and getting one time slip and seeing what kind of ET times you can run with this car?
In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to take it out to Rock and Race and see what it'll do, hopefully, if I get the chance.
Okay, I wish you good luck over there and hope you come bring it back in one good piece because a lot of times we get to the track and we come home and we don't have the full car when we get back.
Worried about.
Yeah, that's what he worries about. We all worry.
Driving it out there.
Yeah, well, we all worry about that, especially if it's a daily driver and you're driving out to the track because you got to drive it home then if you don't have a tow bar or a car hauler, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to thank you for bringing this car in and letting everybody at Cleveland at Night see this beautiful El Camino that you have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're here with another member of the Rollers Car Club, and your name is?
Gary Holcomb.
Yeah, we interviewed Gary a little earlier. He has a 67 Chevelle. Now he's got this other car. What kind of car is this, Gary?
It's a 1956 Nash Metropolitan. I've had it 39 years. I brought it off of the Cleveland shipbuilders out of the Cuyahoga River. And if you're out there watching, Drew, this is the one I got from you. So, but I restored the whole car. It was a basket case, so.
And how many miles a gallon does this little four-cylinder get?
It gets like 42 miles to the gallon.
That's amazing. You know, them cars, you know, they're talking about the mileage today on these new cars. Look at these old cars. I had a Nova that got 21 miles to a gallon, and some of these cars today, they're only getting 21 in the city.
It has an Austin Healey four-cylinder engine in it, and it gets like 42 miles to the gallon.
And you ever ride around with the top down? You like it with the top up or top down?
I like it with the top up. It gets nice air blow to it. Top comes down, you get a lot of sun comes in on it, and plus it hangs up in the back seat. I don't like it like that, so.
Yeah, and the seats get too hot when you sit in there with shorts on in the summertime.
You know, Tom, you rode in it.
Yeah, I rode in it a few years back. We've been riding around in these cars. Hey, Gary, I want to thank you also for bringing it in, but you're part of the Rollers Car Club, and you got some beautiful cars here. And everybody on Cleveland at Night can get to see these beautiful cars that you guys have.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Everyone, we're at the Rollers Car Club, and we're here with another Roller Car Club member. And tell everybody your name, sir.
Hi, I'm Jerry Ulrich.
Jerry Aldridge, it's a beautiful truck. And what year is this truck?
1965, come out of Texas.
It sure looks solid. It's a beautiful green color. What color is that?
It's a turquoise, that's all I call it.
Yeah, like a teal green or something like that. And how long have you had this car, Jerry?
I bought this car about 4 years ago in pieces, and I painted it and put it back together. The only thing I didn't do was the seat and put the windshield in.
And is it running a stock engine in this truck today?
Nah, it's got a 302 in it. They never had 302s in 65, but I put one in.
Yeah, you should get some good gas mileage because that's a nice little motor that purrs real well in them Mustangs and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it runs good.
Okay, it's a beautiful truck. Do you know what kind of rear end you're running underneath the truck?
Nah, I'm not sure. I think it might be like 410.
Wow, that's a low gear for 410. Is it shift quick out of first gear?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then it's probably a low gear then in the rear end. Jerry, I want to thank you. It's a beautiful truck for bringing it in and having everybody on Cleveland at Night looking at your beautiful truck today.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gary Holcomb. I'm a member of the Rollers Car Club. I got a 1967 Chevelle, 1956 Nash Metropolitan, and 1937 Chevy. That's it.
Hi, my name is George Becker. I am a member of the Rollers Car Club, and I own a 56 Buick.
My name is Bill Miller. I own a 55 Chevy Bel Air. Belong to the Rollers Car Club.
My name is Harry Homick. I own a 1940 Buick, and I'm a proud member of the Rollers.
Next. Jimmy Muck, 1958 Buick, member of the Rollers Car Club.
All right, everybody, that was all the members of the Rollers Car Club that showed up today. And I want to thank the Rollers Car Club for all the members that come and brought these beautiful cars today for Cleveland at Night for all of our viewers. Thank you, guys. Hello, everybody, and we're here with another member of the Rollers Car Club. And tell everybody your name.
My name is Aaron Reed. I go by Spanky.
And they call him Spanky. His name is Aaron Reed. And Spanky, how long have you had this Cadillac?
About 14 years.
And it's an original car, and paint job and everything like that?
Yes, original paint job, original motor, 13,000 original miles.
With only 13,000 original miles on a 65 Cadillac. And where did you purchase this car?
I had traded a van for it. When I paid $150 for the van.
Wow, he paid $150 for a van and got this beautiful Cadillac. And I bet it rides like a Cadillac on the road, right?
It's a Cadillac. Of course it does.
Okay, I want to thank you for bringing it in and showing everybody on Cleveland at Night these beautiful classic cars that you own.
All right, thank you, Tommy.
Hello, everyone. And today on our lady cam, we have one of the members of the Rollers Car Club. And your name is?
Rondi.
Rondi?
That's correct, Rondi.
Rondi, and that's a beautiful name for such a cute little lady like you are. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you for being part of the Rollers Car Club today.
It's my pleasure. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. We're with one of the nephews of the members of the Roller Car Club, and your name is?
Elliot Copeland.
And Elliot, this is a what year Buick?
1956 Buick.
And how long has your grandfather had this car?
Since 20 plus years.
And who put the spikes on the side of the car on both sides like that?
My grandpa.
And everybody likes them thing. And who put the flames on? Was that you?
Nah, it's my I think my dad or my grandpa. I'm not sure.
Okay, this is one of them original Buicks from the old days, one of them classics. And I want to thank you for bringing it in today and showing everybody this old car and cruising with the Rollers Car Club. Thank you for helping your grandfather and talk about this car.
You're welcome.
We're with another member of the Rollers Car Club, and tell everybody your name.
Wayne Holcomb.
And Wayne, this is a beautiful 54 Chevy. You got it really doctored up here. How long have you had this car?
Over 20 years.
20 years. Is it original 6-cylinder?
Oh yeah, straight 6.
Automatic or a 3 on a tree?
Automatic, still 6 volt.
Still 6 volt. Wow, you didn't even convert it over to 12.
Nope, no need.
Still running the generator, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty good. And who put the flames on the car? Did you guys put the flames on?
We got very cool people in the car club. They know how to do all this stuff, so they help. Everyone helps.
Wayne, it's a very unique car, and I really like looking at this car. And I want to thank you for bringing it in and showing everybody on Cleveland at Night. And you also have another 66 Chevelle, don't you?
67.
67 Chevelle. We're going to go next door, and we're going to look at Wayne's 67 Chevelle also. Wayne, I want to thank you for this 54 Chevy, and it's a beautiful car for everybody to see on Cleveland at Night.
Thank you.
Chevelle, how long have you had this car also?
Probably about 8 years.
8 years. Did you rebuild the motor, or was it in this car when you bought it? What size motor is it?
Actually, the story behind this one is the motor was in it. It caught fire on me. It burned everything from the hood up across the top of the roof. Had to put my Nova motor in this one.
Okay.
The other motor's still in the shop over here.
Okay, I see you have some ghost flames on the doors, too.
Yes, I do. That's courteous in my shop.
Yeah, in memory of the flames.
Yes, in memory of the flames, exactly.
Okay, I saw in the clubhouse that you raced this car. How many times have you had it at the track?
We take it to Blue Suede Cruise in Norwalk and a few other racetracks. I'm just doing fun runs, race your buddy type stuff, you know.
Yeah, grudge runs. We used to call them grudge runs back in our days. And what kind of time slips do you run just for the hell of it?
Oh, 15s.
Yeah, well, it's a stock car, and it runs real good, and it's a good cruiser. And that's what you want when you want to go cruising. You don't want all that muscle and all them deep gears sucking up all that gasoline going.
Yep, you're right.
Wayne, it's a beautiful car, and I want to thank everybody in Cleveland tonight for watching everybody and seeing these beautiful cars that the Rollers Car Club has today.
Well, thanks again, Tom.
We're here with more members of the Roller Car Club, and on my right I have
Roy.
And on my left I have
Ray.
And they're the Muck brothers, father and son, to be honest. And Roy's got this beautiful 51 Chevrolet, and he's got a V8 Chevy engine with Oldsmobile rocker covers. What a custom thing to do for this motor. And then, Roy, you got some custom body parts done in the back on the taillights and stuff, correct?
Yeah, we put 55 Cadillac taillights in it.
And the gas cap is right in the taillight.
Taillight, right, like the Cadillac had.
Yeah, so that way it's just perfect, just like the Cadillac had back in them days.
Things are a little easier now that I got someone to do the dirty work.
Yeah, and that would be Raymond over here.
Yeah.
What kind of work have you done on this car, Ray?
It's been subframed. We put a, 56 Olds grill, French headlights, roll pan in the back. What else do we do? French antenna in. Got Oldsmobile ports, I believe they're called. Buick ports. And the custom valve covers.
Yeah, it's a very well custom-made car, and you wouldn't know what it is by looking at it because it got Cadillac taillights, got a split windshield, and it's got an Oldsmobile motor, you think. But it's actually a 350 Chevy, and my buddy Roy here, we go way back. We've been drag racing since we were 17 years old, and we were pioneers of racing way back in them days. Roy had a 56 Chevrolet with a 283 and a 4-speed back in them days, and it was a real fast car. And we run good times in a quarter mile back in them days. And his son Raymond here now is learning all that from his big brother Ray right here, or his dad Ray. His dad Ray. I keep thinking it's his son. Okay, I want to thank both you guys for bringing these old cars in, and everybody on Cleveland at Night and giving us a chance to look at these beautiful cars that you guys custom make.
Have a good evening.
All right, thank you, Ray.
Cleveland at Night can be found on the following public access cable stations. Watch Cleveland at Night. If you live in the city of Cleveland, you must have Spectrum TV, channel 196, Thursdays at 9 p.m. If you live in the city of Brunswick, you can watch Cleveland at Night on BAT Brunswick Area Television. Watch Cleveland at Night online. Compliments of BAT. Go to their website, www.bat.diebit.com. Scroll down to Cleveland at Night and watch all the episodes. If you live in the southwest suburbs of Cuyahoga County, you can watch Cleveland at Night on Cox Cable 45. You can watch all the episodes of Cleveland at Night online, compliments of DMK Productions. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page at Danny K/DMK TV shows. That's Danny K/DMK TV shows. Look for the picture ship, and that is the right Facebook page. Also on YouTube, all the episodes of Cleveland at Night. Also watch our new show, Cleveland at Night, a half of a movie. Cleveland at Night, keeping a Cleveland tradition alive.